Hey all, this is Xenoxis, and this is Xenoxis for the 31st of July 2025. English låter you know, but it is how it's called now. Putting ice cubes in water is really good because this is a water thermal thing. So thermal, right? Because this can hold either hot stuff in it or cold stuff in it, and it keeps the cold stuff cold, even if it's like really hot in your room because it's made of certain metal, certain things on the insides as well. So it's isolated basically and stuff like that. So or I don't know, that's what they call it, but still, it is really good and stuff like that because then the meat can be like support in your room and you can still keep the contents of it cold and stuff there. So yeah, brake balance DCS set to 5. Okay, yeah, there's more rain. But the thing is, there needs to be a lot of rain basically in order to quote unquote not make my wets get destroyed. Because it would be really bad if I do another pit stop. Because imagine, right, if in this car I do worse than in the Valkyrie and stuff like that, because yeah. Oh, it's raining a lot though. Because if it can be this much rain for the rest of the race, then even though my wets are almost dead, then they should be able to last the rest of the race. Kinda. Yes, there's there's much chance here to gain a bunch of positions. Oops. Because you don't have wets. Why don't pit earlier, right? You drove like this before. Yeah, hopefully the tires can last for one more. You see, they're gonna have to go in now. Yeah. So keep in mind, they won't be able to drive as fast as I can in wets and stuff like that, because, yeah, the tires are almost giving up soon, which is why I need to pit here. Although I need only to change the tires, we need no fuel, basically. I do this again. Yeah, the tires are gone. Please. Yeah, that was the most worst spin place possible. Yeah, probably changed the wets a bit too early and stuff like that, I should have come in slightly later, actually. I don't think. Or they're pitting again. Yes, they're pitting again, they did. Vets. Don't refuel. And then it became Catacal's pit lines. Yeah, you saw the bullshit there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's hard to tell, and sometimes you just forget about it, to check, and stuff like that. And it's just this is the most common penalty I feel like when racing online. Almost. It's weird. Sometimes you can bump into someone by mistake also, like how does. Because, sometimes you might brake too late and stuff, and then you bump into someone and stuff, and they might say, oh, but just avoid the other drivers and stuff that. Yeah, we're not gonna take first place. It's coming up here at the... Where am I even gonna get punished here? It's here. Which is a bit bad. Yeah, that's a very bad pit stop by me there. Most of that. Hopefully I can hold it here. Yeah, I'm faster. Yeah, my acceleration is fast enough here. That was actually bad though. I didn't switch early enough. Or, I switched too early there. And stuff that I could have avoided switching there. And stuff that, which is a bit bad. So yeah. Okay. Let's actually try something else. So yeah, there's the Red Bull there, as you can see. Like all the Red Bull races are pretty decent value, but then you have to do like 14 laps or whatever, right? And like, yeah. 700. Nothing gives you... this technically gives you super good, and that's half an hour for PP 700. So for PP 700... Ugh. Wait, is that? Yeah, that's with racing hours. So for PP 700... There's a lot of interesting things then. Is that with the... I do recommend a Gear 4 car there. So what are the Gear 4 cars I have? Isn't this one technically a Gear 4 car? There are some Gear 4 cars here. You can theoretically actually use this. Can I do anything with this though? I want to check here. Actually, let's... I just want to check. Because sometimes there are certain engine swaps that you can make sometimes. It's in the cars here and it shows up basically, so yeah. For some reason I cannot install that in that Subaru. So it needs to be under 700. I could get a medium turbocharged in it. So then get intermediates and gets wet. Normally I would want to do it with a faster car, but since it's like what, half an hour, you know, it's so what is it, 700? Can we? Just put it on the front, I guess. Okay, so this can go up to 5 at most, so put it up to 4 at least. Now at 270, I know this is gonna make acceleration way worse if I tune it though, up a bit. Because it's in 270 with the default one in mind. So maybe up to 300 maybe used. I kind of wish that the gearbox they would show you, for example, the 1, 2, like that would actually get changed to 080, for example, depending on what you choose. Let's see how doable this is. Because yes, there are easy cars you can use here and stuff like that, yeah. So, traction control, set to 1, this set to weak. So what do we go with the leanness then? Maybe we just go with 16 lean there. And now it's basically half an hour that we need to drag just, you know. It's really cool repeating modern cars. But of course it's like, of course it might of course be that they are more modern, so they don't consume as much fuel, of course, obviously. The Alfa Romeo seems actually very, very good, by the way. We had an old school inside look. Like, I mean in terms of that the car is old. It's actually very, very good, by the way. Now here it has to do with like the fact that almost is like almost like a mini endurance or whatever, because yeah. Because since these are slow, the lap is gonna take a really, really long time and stuff like that with these cars. And it's not the yellow version of the C7. Like, Corvette should always be yellow on it at least. Maybe There's yellow on the front on it. Sad. That's the GTS one, the Viper. I don't think it had a gear for car though. Oh, it did, okay. Oh, I probably know what that is in the front. That's actually very, very cool that that is in the game, by the way. So it doesn't look like much, it looks like a mini car. It's the Suzuki one, the Swift Sport, which is pretty cool. Because you have to realize it's not even going to be 10 laps due to the time difference. You can see that each lap takes, for example, like this is going to be over 4 minutes, maybe even closer to 5. It depends on what exactly is the finish line on the map, I forgot. And of course that's where we need to pick eventually. I mean, if this is a good car to do good things with, then, that's, very nice. So, less than 430, okay. The question is though, are we gonna pick more than they do? So that because we have a quicker engine and all. That could definitely be the case. The question is though, how much high top speed did we get because of what we set this car on and stuff that like should I just had the whatever right, There's also a hard question often. Certain cars do have like a 6th gear or whatever, but then, for example, you never even or whatever sometimes, but then you have to definitely change things, often. Brake at the 100 there is enough. Because of course obviously when the top speed is not as high you don't need to brake as early as well. The thing is, even if we need to pit early, for example, if we can get enough of a distance over the opponents, then then it's basically a free stop that we can do. And of course tires this I feel never going to be a problem, by the way. I mean, we don't need to think much because it's just going to be a full refuel, I feel like, almost every pit stop. If you say no, it's also almost been 10 minutes already, almost on the timer. Because it's going to be like almost like 9 minutes after these 2 laps. Stuff that, so absolutely insane, man. Absolutely insane. Hopefully we won't get rain though, however. The rain doesn't seem to be different. Again, it would be really bad if we run into that situation again where we got pit early and stuff that, and then it starts raining and stuff that would be really bad. But then also, of course, if it's just very light rain, then it shouldn't matter that much, you know. It's if it's the really heavy thing, if it gets into blue or green one, then that's when you need to start slapping on intermediates or wets. But it's also if it's only rain for a very short while, you know, and stuff that, then that's not as bad either. So yeah. Yeah, we should have at least one more lap that we can do with the fuel we have. We almost have we almost have 16 seconds now. Yeah, nothing near yet. Yeah, I'm putting more pressure there on the front tires, as you can see there. They're racing. The front tires going quicker than the back ones. So maybe the brake balance should have been too late. It's the fault tire. Yeah, let's see how it's at 0 instead. Brake balance. Okay, no rain at least, it's showing there. So it is further away there. But that's moving very slowly, probably. The first lap is always quicker for certain races, and that sometimes it has to do with that you start already a bit into the race, or that it's like not a start from the starting line or whatever. Sometimes you start further ahead than normal or something like that. That's why the first lap is so much quicker often. Okay, it's actually not coming to the track at all. The rain, it seems like. Yeah, it's not actually moving towards the track. No, it could still reach the track, of course, obviously, so yeah, you know. Yeah, we're gonna have to pit fully as well, you know, and stuff that's yeah. No, it would be crazy, of course, if there were a Gear 3 car you could use somehow, stuff that, because yeah. Because of course you might say, oh, but just use like sports tires or whatever, sports softs or whatever, sure, but in certain races you're not allowed to basically, but yeah. Yeah, so we won't need to change tires or anything, I don't think. I'm just checking here. Yeah, it's still very far away, it feels like. I still think we will be able to make the stint without the thing. But this is the pit lane. No, not this one. Next one. I don't cross that line there. Hard. No, we did. I needed to change tires, goddammit. That was a bit dumb. The question is, are they gonna pit already? Not. He's pitting. Good. He's pitting. 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 You can see we need to follow this line all the way here, basically. To not get that negative thing. It seems like the rain is actually just avoiding us. It's actually very good, by the way. So 3.6 laps we can do. And Haywood is pretty close, but Haywood hasn't pitted. It's been a couple of ones that haven't pitted actually. And yeah, we didn't really need to change tires and stuff like that, so that was a bit of my bad, you know. But there could still be rain, of course, that's happened and stuff like that, because yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye one way to keep one closer to. Oh, that is coming towards us. Yeah, that is not important to fuel there. It's not important right now to think about. It's more important to think about to see like, okay, like is it just going to be the super light rain, or are we going to get the super heavy rain? There you can see the track more easily. We can also plan ahead here to see like, okay, is it going to be the super light rain? Now there's technically rain on the track, but it's the super light. This is when you can almost not tell that it's rain on the track. There's another color also that's just slightly worse. I don't know if this is the second color or if this is just slightly, because maybe that's not the brightest color of it. So, yeah, but it's if we get a dark blue one. Yeah, that's not the dark blue one, by the way. That's the second color. So that's, yeah, you know. So it's entirely possible that this is just very light rain, and we don't have to worry at all about the super heavy rain and stuff. That's yeah. See that dark blue there that's in one of the thing on the top there, on the top left there. That is something that, for example, if we would get that type of rain, then that would be one we would need to pit, really. Okay, it seems like it's avoiding us actually, and stuff that, you know. At least for now. See, it's not really wet at all, the stage. And then we go to the rain pass. It's gonna come more down. I might even be able to finish the race before we would never need to, how much? Yeah, 2.8 laps. Now I'm guessing that sometimes there might be too much rain and stuff that, that looks like it's gonna calm eventually, but that's all gonna be light rain. Okay, in that Twitter, which is really good for us. That's super, yeah, there's no super dark blue. I mean, it looks like that dark blue could be heading towards us. So we're gonna have to keep a close eye on that one. 2.5 laps, okay. Yeah, that's not the worst one there. Yeah, because if that blue thing, for example, would pass us or go over us, then we might need to change. You will have to see how it goes. Because if that blue does cover us, then like, yeah, sure, we might need to use the intermediates, not full wets. But also if it passes very, very quickly, and it's just a little bit, see, it can also change there, as you can see on the cloud there, like the dark blue path can disappear as well. Yeah, now it's raining a bit more, now you can actually see the rain. It is 2.1. But I'm not getting the bad rain at all. It seems like. Oops. That could have ended with a disaster. It is running a bit more now, but still it's still, manageable levels. Because it doesn't just becomes a little bit rain, it doesn't just become super mega slippery like ice track immediately. Of course, if that is dark blue there, that's quite a lot of dark blue. If that reaches us, we need to change stuff that and that, maybe, 1.9. It depends on how much fuel we're gonna have on we finish here, when we reach place. Because if this dark blue reaches us, it's skipped here, it didn't reach the track. Okay, we don't need to pit yet.
You should be able to make one more lap. Of course, we probably couldn't change into racing softs even if we had ones. Hopefully that will give me the penalty though. Because if we have been able to be clear of penalties now, then you know. That was bad. That might be the clean racing bonus con. So I kind of wish the game would tell you when you lost the clean racing bonus if there are insistence on that being a thing, you know, stuff like that, so yeah. It definitely seems like it's more rain now. But because that even if you don't get the super heavy rain, the track can still get like slippery and stuff like that. That's the thing you have to realize, the track can still get slippery. Are they changing tires? Because that seems like way too early for the hards to run out on those cars. And that seems to be way too much fuel. Oh, that's blue though. That's blue. Yeah, that's blue. Did they predict that though? Like, why is the brake zone so large? Let's just do this. Yeah, but that really dark blue didn't last long there. I mean, if it dries up after this, then you know, it's not worth changing tires over. Because imagine if they change the full wets or even intermediates, and that's gonna get like dry, like. Okay, now it's dry again. I mean, technically it's not dry on the course, but still, you know what I mean. Okay. And it's not coming back. Yeah, we're just gonna need to make a pit stop here. Okay, it's wet on certain places of the track, but it's not that bad. It's not like spinny spin, you know. So we just need for one lap, basically. We need the fuel that's needed for one specific lap. You can see there when it's wet on the track because it's darker. So if you drive on the light stuff here, then it's easier to not. They don't change. Why does it show that we need to have data on the maximum there? That's weird. Which you just need very little fuel for a full lap though. Maybe up to 30%. It doesn't take that long to come in here. Can we use to actually change this to 1 and still make it to the goal is the question. Of course, yeah, this means that now it's the final lap. You don't just finish immediately now it's basically final. So 7 laps is what you do. So it's going to be slightly more than half an hour that you actually drive. And now you can see now it's almost like it's fully dry again. Yeah, this car is not bad at all. It was a bit slippery there, I felt that. The vibrations can tell you a lot if things are slippery or whatever, or if you're losing light, you know. The car doesn't look that hurt really, to be honest, so you know, we're probably not going to get the clean racing bonus. And one thing we could have done is just wait at the finish line and stuff that we could have just waited for that to have reached like 0 seconds, stuff that, because we had enough time basically, so we could have waited there for the timer to run out pretty much. Stuff that, and then we wouldn't have to have done this extra lap. That's something that you can actually do as a strat. If you know that it's very close to an ending basically. Because if you reach the finish line and then there's 20 seconds left and you have more than 20 seconds to the second place or whatever, then you can use safely wait. Stuff that way. Hopefully that's enough fuel. I forgot to actually check out the fuel there. Stuff that, you know. Yeah, 0.3. We were very, very close though. your ball. Oh, it's gonna be very, very close. You see that? Nice. Finish! Yeah, and we började beat like G4 cars. Cayman G4 cars på Super Race Car. With a old V6 2.5. Clean race bonus, yo! I did not expect that. Okay, so I mean, we were outside the track a couple of times there. That's actually for 33 minutes. Okay, so that's slightly worse than the thing. But if this is an easy, like clean race bonus, then it's actually a better race to actually do this one, right? Yeah, this one. And what the effect of that is, I mean, this is also very good because that's doing car 900. It does 10 laps for 900. Is that on Le Mans? Circuit de la Sarthe. Circuit de la Sarthe, yeah. So, I mean, those 10 laps, even when you're driving those cars, that's not that much faster than this, though. It's actually decent. It's not too loud. Would we get $1 million investment? With how much did they cost here, the ones that are currently in here? That's 2.8 million. That's 2.1 million. That's 1.6 of course. And this is a very, very good car though for a Gear 3 car because it's a GT500 car. I don't know if we checked. Did we check the category of this? No, we did not. I don't think we checked the category of this. Does this count as a GT500, GT300 car is the question. Change car, select by car type. Okay, that's counted in racing cars. So GT300, GT500. Okay. Le Mans cars, okay, those are the Le Mans cars. According to the game, okay. Neighboring 24 hours. Hybrid cars. Okay. Mission Gran Turismo. Yeah. Because then you can more easily tell which ones are mission cars. Okay, cars. All my carriers. They have like really, really cool ones. Like I fucking love the carriers because you can just make so cool artwork. And I think that you can have like a back thing like that. And here's the thing that if you color it special, it can look like it's an actual shop, that it's an actual open space there and stuff that, which is actually really cool as well. So yeah. This is an insane engine swap you can do, I believe. I know that the Beat did get an engine swap, I think. Actually, let me check if there is any absolutely mad lad thing we can do. The engine swap. Let's check for engine swaps. There's a 600,000 engine swap for this. Okay. $211 horses. Why anybody, I guess. That's not how it works. I mean, I guess that's how it could work, but then you would have to heat it up, I believe. Do we need to raise it up? Okay, a little silly wing or this wing. Custom wing. Low. Hello looks better actually. Side. Vroom vroom. Bonnet pins, tow hook, roll cage. Let's see how much we can do with this actually. Can we get this to pretty ridiculous things? Ultimate K, there's a... Okay, we're getting the carbon ceramic thing, of course, obviously. Racing air filter course. Racing hards. For the customized car suspension. That's worse, so you don't get that. There's no supercharge or no super high RPM or that either. Fully customizable LSD. It's just makes the car worse. We already got the weight reduction ×3 though. Now we can get none of those benefits from. Okay, so we end up with 288 horsepower with this car and 703 kilos. Can we find anything cool here? There's a spoon, of course, because that's usually the Honda thing, right? That one looks actually pretty nice. I kind of wish though that you had like official ones that you could actually find. That they could somehow be something to like search for like official things, whatever. I wonder if you can search for official, if that is actually a thing. It's Castle for Honda, right? Is there something else for Honda? Let's just search for that, maybe you get actual stuff. Because it needs to be something that's for the white car. I thought there was a way to just only select to have the ones with white, so... let's just go with the default look on it instead. But yeah, the question is because I'm pretty certain I cleared that mission already. Right, because it's this one. Which requires comfort soft actually. 400 or less. So is there a way to make you 400 or less? I need to change this 1.5 at least. So the car, because of the tires we're using. So 400 or less is what we need. Power stick door. Okay, we need to go down to 400. Why is it costing more points? Yeah, this doesn't work. This car doesn't work. Very sadly. Now, if comfort soft, like if we could, for example, just slap on comfort hard, then that would have been enough. So there's no way really to make this, unless it's just set that on normal boom. Set that on normal boom. 68 for 58, yeah, so set this to normal then, boom. Yeah, but then you cannot change that, so you will have to, but even with that you only get down to 410 with that.